Been a very, very long time. I'm Taylor for Stitching and Bitching and True Crime. Hello. Hope y'all are having a fantastic Sunday and weekend. It's a long weekend. Yay. Yeah, it's been way too long since I put anything out on my channel. I've been really neglecting my YouTube. That's gotta change. Not good. Oh, hey Angie B. Yeah, Cher did a great live last night with Dawn and Candace, and yeah, it was a good one. I even made a small appearance last night. I don't know why I don't know, well, work's been crazy and family life and everything, and I don't know, YouTube took a back seat for me. But I gotta get back into it. Miss everybody. Oh. So I gotta catch you up a little bit. Well, like I said, work and family life, but oh my god, I did something so stupid. I was in Walmart and they repainted the parking lines, but they painted them like just a little bit on the tight side for some reason. I think just to get more stalls in the lot. But yeah, I'm trying to wiggle in to this spot, and it was too tight, and I knew it, but I was in a rush, and I nicked a car. So yeah, I left a note on the windshield, and they got in touch with me, and yada yada yada. So that's all getting fixed. But yeah, I got a couple scratches on my truck that I'm not even gonna bother fixing. Their car got a dent, so they're fixing theirs, but I'm not bothering with mine. Yeah, first time I've been in any kind of an accident in I don't know how long. So there goes my driver's license points. Lovely. But, stuff happens. Could have been worse. Cher is like, you should have just left. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I couldn't do that. And it turns out that this person, them and their husband each have a vehicle, and the same thing happened to their husband's vehicle, and it was actually in the shop getting fixed at that time. So yeah, they were like super grateful. Like, thank you for not just walking away or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, the guilt would have killed me. I couldn't do that. I'm not that kind of person. I can't. I just feel terrible. So yeah. So what's been going on? YouTube drama, as always. Yeah, it's ugh. That's like half the reason I completely just lost my taste for YouTube, because it's like, unless you want something like this where there's 25 people watching, you have to go drama and true crime now, and it's just yeah, that's not my cup of tea. I do see other YouTubers branching out and doing other cases, and yeah, that's what I'm going to start doing. Someone has emailed me about another case. I haven't even had a chance to look into it, but I'm gonna. Yeah, it's going to take me a while to get back into things, but I will. Get out the bushes and chat. Exactly. Yeah, there's only two. Well, it's just Angie B basically chatting. She's holding down the fort. Come on, some people. 27 of you watching. Help her out. Say something. Someone, I haven't gone live in like a month, so I'm sure some of you have got something interesting to say. Miss DFI, hello. Bama Cat, good morning. Who's got big weekend plans? We had, we like to do movie night, me and the wife and the girls. So we'll throw on some horror movies. A couple weeks ago, we did the Saw movies marathon. Watched all those. That was fun. And then now we're doing the Scream movies. Yes, Taylor's here. Jen Masson's lurking. Hello. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, this won't be a crazy long live because I'm rusty and I really... Stargirls come to the dance floor. Yeah, I figured... Oh, we were up late. Everyone's still sleeping. But yeah, I figured I better start... At least do a live. You just watch TV shows and YouTube these days? Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's lots to watch on YouTube for sure. But yeah, like I was saying, the drama is half the reason that I just kind of... My interest in doing YouTube just kind of deflated because it's... I mean, I've never been into the drama thing. I can't get into it. I don't want to like bash other creators, and honestly, that's like a full-time job just keeping up with it. So yeah, I just kind of got left in the dust with that. But it is what it is. What's funny is Cher's been like that too a little bit. She's been busy with work and all that, and people will still, just out of the blue, blame her for shit. I can't remember what the last thing was people were blaming her for. Something with Dawn, anyway. And she wasn't even on YouTube, but she was still getting blamed. You don't watch creators who do drama with other creators. That's good. That's DFI. Yeah, that sure is not my cup of tea. I don't know. I don't really care what other YouTubers are doing. I mean, some of them are just stupid. But, well, that's their thing, so. I'm not the bashing type. Exactly, yeah. Nice to see the beard of reason. I was wondering, yeah. Yeah, stick to facts and cases. Yeah, there's a few YouTubers that I really like that, you know, they go into different cases because there's really nothing to talk about with Dawn Wells and Summer and all that. And yeah, it's good. Oh, Jay for Justice, yeah. Sonia Stanger, been a member for 15 months. Thank you so much, Sonia. I know I've been letting my members down. I haven't been putting anything out, so I'm sorry for that. I gotta do better. Like the chill streams, yeah. Well, that's what you get, chill streams over here. They're a little bit on the boring side, I'll admit, but there's definitely no drama over here. Yeah, I definitely got to do. What was that case? Just give me a sec. Someone was Sandadia. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to go through it all, but this person has sent me a whole whack of information on it, like tons. But I want to see if they gave me a little bit of the... Yeah, I might have... I don't have the run over the general thing about it, but hey, Bumfluff. Are the cats around? Yeah, they're around. I think they're probably all upstairs right now. Everyone's still sleeping. Hey, Jeep Girl. Yeah, there's lots of that. People making shit up. The new one is Don was... He went with Grandis. He left with Grandis way back when Summer first went missing. And Cher was talking to him, so that obviously didn't happen. Do you know in your state what age kids can stay home by themselves? I don't. I'm going to look that up. I'm up in Canada, so our thing might be a little bit different than yours, but we shall see. Well, in Canada, the majority of provinces and territories do not limit the age at which a child can be left alone. But in 2 provinces, Manitoba and New Brunswick, a child under the age of 12 cannot be left unattended. Yeah, I was going to say around 12. But yeah, apparently in Saskatchewan, you could leave well, I'm sure you can't leave a newborn alone. There's got to be a law about that, but it doesn't really seem to be an age restriction, which is very, very weird. There should be. But I remember when I was a kid, it wasn't uncommon for 12-year-old girls to babysit. But yeah, that's kind of interesting. There should be a law in place. Because, there's the length of time, obviously, would have to play a role. Like if it's for 5 minutes or whatever, you got to leave the house to take the garbage bin to the street or something. That's one thing. If you're going to the other side of town for groceries or something, that's another. And if you're leaving for the weekend, that's another thing yet. So, the boys haven't come up yet. We're having issues getting some paperwork. I don't know, Cher's birth certificate. She was born in British Columbia in Canada, but for some reason it said Columbia, not British Columbia, like Columbia the country. So big kerfuffle with that, and we're trying to get everything straightened out. We'll get them up here, but yeah, it's just taking longer than we were hoping. Sonia coming in with a super sticker. Thank you so much, girl. Much appreciated. Angie, you babysat at 13? Yeah. I babysat once. Oh, I think I must have been around 13, 14. It's crazy. Be at the age of 6 can stay home by themselves, and at 9 can keep their siblings by themselves. Wow. Yeah, that's too young. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we can't. Like if they're sleeping or watching a movie, I mean, I'm sure they'd be safe for a little bit, but yeah, I don't. That's not good. Yeah, yeah, I'd be worried sick. Like that's just because you never know. I mean, they could fall. They could, I don't know, turn on the oven or something. You could get into something that they shouldn't. Like, yeah, that's just not. Or they could just leave. Leave the house and go somewhere. And yeah, anyone know the laws in Tennessee? Okay. That's there's no legal age for children to stay home alone. Kind of like up here. Parents are advised to use their best judgment, but that's it. Cotton candy boobs. Hey, girl. Oh, we appreciate. Yeah, we appreciate you, Sonia. Oh God, I don't know why that word was so hard for me to say. Appreciate. Sounds like I had a stroke. Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that so few places have a law, like a cutoff age, where children can be left alone. That ain't good. Hey, Kim. I can't see many parents would leave a 4 or 5, 6 year old in the house alone. Like if they're like by the house, out in the yard or whatever, yeah. But leaving the house and going somewhere, I can't imagine too many parents would do that. Oh, yeah, I was saying to Sonia, I've let my members down terribly. I haven't been doing anything for the members. 13 in your state, see, that's where right around where it should be, because they're you know old enough that they know not to do certain things, and they're more aware of their surroundings. Like a 6 year old be absolutely clueless. There she goes. America. Yeah, if they can cook by themselves. Yeah. Can you imagine a 6 year old trying to work an oven or something? That's no good. Candy been a man for 22 months. You must be one of my oldest members. Jeez. Much appreciated, girl. Yeah, let's see in the chat. What do you think the age should be? Oh, sorry. For a child to be left alone in the home. I'd go as low as 12. I'd be a little uncomfortable going any lower than that, and that's only for an hour or two. Like not for a day or anything. Jen Madison, never. I get that. 13, 12. True crime and other stuff, hello. In this day and time, never. Yeah. It would really depend where you live too. 13 to 14. How old was the kid in the movie Home Alone? I don't know, how old was he in that? 8, 9? I think he said in the movie. It's just been so long since I've seen it. Yeah, it depends. Depends on the kid. Depends on. I guess that's probably why they don't have any laws in place, because there's too many variables. But at least 10. Yeah. Films were cracking then. That's, yeah. Nowadays, movies, it's like all they're doing is remaking old movies. Cher and the girls want me to get, like, they want to get all dressed up. They want me to get all dressed up and go to the damn Barbie movie. Oh, God, yo. I don't want to do that. I do not want to sit through that. I have no idea what it's about. I've seen no previews, but I really don't want to watch it. But, well, back to the subject here. Like, if a person lived, like, out of town on an acreage or in a suburb, yeah, I could see it more, like, or a small town. Yeah, but if you live, like, in an apartment building and it's kind of a little bit sketchy and stuff, I'd be like, never leave a minor. Wear pink. I don't even own, like, this is like pink-ish. It was red, but it's kind of faded a bit to pink. That's the closest I got. I'd have to wear the girls stuff, which that's I end up in jail. That I don't think people would want to see that. Nobody wants to see me in tight clothes. Okay, that's no. They said it was okay. I don't think anyone that I've ever heard went to see it said they really liked it. It's always, it was okay. But I don't know. They say 8. Take that image in your mind and burn it. I don't want people having nightmares. No. Don't nobody need to see that. See us down with the wells, but at first they were saying the boys were with Dawn, right? But found out they did not cut off, so then they told the truth about it. Yeah, I don't remember all that was said about what the boys being with Dawn and all that. But their oldest boy at the time was, I think he was 12. So I think in most, I mean, considering where they are, they're kind of isolated and everything. I'm pretty sure that they had been left alone for most of their lives. But that whole thing is weird too. I mean, why would they go swimming and stuff and not bring the boys? Like, I don't know. You could ask why for thousands of little details about what happened that day. You're never going to get an answer either, but it's just weird. Everything's weird. But I don't know. I hope those boys are doing okay. Hopefully they're in a good spot now, but jeez. I know that whole family has been through hell. Yeah, true crime. Like that's normal to me because when I was a kid, like my sister, she was babysitting, and I'm sure that she was around that age. Oh yeah, Cher would be a better person to talk to because she's like I've talked to Dawn a bit and Candace once or twice, but Cher talks to them a lot, so she's got a lot more insight on all that. I don't know where Grandis is. She got the hell out of Dodge and she just pretty much stayed off. With JLR, oh my god. Don Wells. I talk like this. Everything has to sound like I'm a 1950s news reporter. I can't watch him. His voice, it's like nails on a chalkboard to me. Just the way he speaks, I can't. I can't. I look tan. Well, I have been outside and we've had a crazy heat wave. Haven't been riding the bike much. She's probably gonna end up selling it. I mean, it's for one or two people, and there's four people here, and it's just I don't know. I've only taken it out like 2 weekends, and the rest of the time it's just sitting there. So he creeps you out with the no blinking. I never noticed that. He doesn't blink. Yeah, he repeats himself a lot. You don't think Don or Candace did it? Honestly, the more I really think about it, the more I think that there was some kind of accident. Because I don't think that Don or Candace are evil, and I mean they're not exactly the yardstick for a great human being. Obviously, they have their flaws or whatever, but yeah, I don't, I can't see either one of them doing that this summer. So I could see an accident because they don't want to get in trouble and well, it's already done. Maybe. I mean, if I had to put my money into one basket, I would say accident. Because it would make sense why everyone's stories are so just a little bit skewed too. because nobody's stories match, and that's kind of troubling. But yeah, we got so much weird stuff, like this Hunter stuff. Like he was lying about going through Candace's phone, just the way he described it. That's not how phones work, you know. So why was he lying about that? Like it's weird. But yeah, nobody like completely told the truth, and it's troubling. I mean, we're talking about a child. You would think that people would be like, consequences be damned. If I was high on crack and my daughter went missing, I'd say, yeah, I was high on crack. Or whatever. I'm not saying either of them do crack. That's just an example. But you got 950 subs, almost at 1,000. If anyone isn't subbed to True Crime and other stuff, go over and bump her up a little bit. You're at the same place. Yeah, I think the majority of us think they know something's wrong, obviously. We can't put our finger on it. We don't know, but I mean, a lot of people, their gut goes to, yeah, something just went terribly wrong. And yeah, rather than ruin more lives, they decided to hide it. Which, you know, it's definitely not the right thing to do. But I've gone through so many theories over the years. Like, I always thought it was kind of weird. And Don, you may watch this, or you may be watching this, but I've always found it odd how Don will talk about how much he loves Summer. Like she was the love of his life. He's actually said that verbatim. But yeah, he'll talk like a really loving father loves their child when he talks about Summer. Never heard him talk like that about his other children. I always found that weird. So that made me wonder, is like all this, I love her so much, she's the love of my life, best child in the world, is that guilt? I really didn't know. But yeah, it so many things like that. I mean, you could lose your mind just analyzing everything these people have said over the years, and yeah, you're really never going to get anywhere. We keep hoping that somehow, some way, they're going to think of something, or they're going to say something, or that's just going to turn things just enough that points people in the right direction. And Summer is found. I mean, that's what we all want. We want this child to be found. Ideally, we want her to be found safe and healthy and all that. We know what the odds of that are. I'm not even going to say it, but that's what we want. It's open panel on Sundays. Very cool. Do you usually do your live like around this time? Because that's what I always did that. I usually did Saturday and Sunday right before lunch, but I haven't done it in quite a while. Don and Candace just rub you the wrong way. You're not alone there. Lots of people feel that way. And I haven't really gotten to like speak to Candace much to really get a feel for her. But Don I have, and I've seen him go from just this tired, beat down, sad kind of guy to this really aggressive, very angry, very mean guy, and then back again. And I thought, well, one is an act. I thought the nice guy was an act for a while. And then I think I just realized that no, it's all Don. There's no act. It's just how he is. He gets pissed off, he can be pretty damn mean, and if he's calm, he can be pretty damn nice. Oh, you do yours in the evening. Okay. It is a crazy world we live in. That is for sure. It's getting crazier too. There's so much going on now. The government finally admitted that they're aliens, or kind of admitted, and no one's even like freaking out about it because we all knew. But do any of you think, like, say there are aliens on this planet right now? Do you think we're in danger? I don't. I think if they meant to harm us, they would. Because, like, from what we've seen and everything, the way the spacecrafts move and how they can go into water and back up and just the speed at which they can move, we would never be able to attack them. So I think if they wanted to hurt us, they could easily hurt us, and we really wouldn't be able to do much about it. That's a distraction because Africa isn't letting USA use their resources. We're all gonna starve slowly. That's bleak. No light, no gas, no electricity. We may be plunged into another dark ages the way we keep going. Frankie, I heard something. I can't remember who said it, but they believe that the aliens that are here now were the inhabitants of this planet. Like years and years and years and years ago. But Earth was going into an ice age way back then, which it does. And they left. And now they're starting to come back. Which I thought that was really interesting. But, I mean, who knows? But one thing I always thought, like, whatever their technology, the chances are, whoever they were traveling toward us before we even existed. Before the first human being was walking on the earth, they were coming here. So I don't think that they mean us harm. I think they could be here to help us, or they could just be curious. I mean, if we found life, say we found life on Mars, do you think that we would be sending people to go to Mars to check it out? I think we absolutely would. And to them, we'd be the aliens. I mean, just because we're from different places in the universe or whatever doesn't mean that we immediately mean to do the other harm. Absolutely agree, American. 100%. Our government is far more dangerous to us than aliens. But it does seem like I've ran out of fingers to count the number of times I said, and that's proof that we're devolving as a species. There's been so much shit going on. We're getting stupider, crazier, and I don't know what the hell's going on, but honestly, the way we're going, I can't see a properly functioning civilization in the next 200 years. We need to change something. Because the way we're going, it's going to be absolute chaos. We might even see it in our lifetime. Yep. The government should be afraid of us. Absolutely. But they've demonstrated time and time again that they have way too much power over us. And they're not supposed to have any power over us. That's not the way it's supposed to work. Hey, Jaded, we're supposed to have the power. They're supposed to serve us. But they don't. And that's why it really doesn't matter who's in charge. I mean, you could have liberal, conservative, Republican, Democrat, anywhere in between. It doesn't matter who's running things. I mean, no one has ever said, finally, we got this person in and everything's great. I've never heard that. I've been alive for 46 years, never heard that. Yeah, smoking inside. Usually I do it by the window, but I didn't want to go on my phone, so I'm breaking the rules here. Don't care what party, beware. Yeah. Yeah, I always say I'm an anti-government. Not that I think the government should be completely disbanded. We do need it for certain things, like roadways, infrastructure, schooling, healthcare. We need it for some things, but there's a lot of things that the government has its hand in that it shouldn't. Government shouldn't be dictating the price of gas and shit like that. And Canada's implementing another carbon tax. I hope this guy gets out and they kibosh that, because holy crap. I mean, you can't expect the people to just keep paying and paying and paying. It's not going to work. People are going to run out of money. And then you're going to see society come crumbling down. I'd like to see everyone's income tax cut to a very small percentage and then cut all programs. You're on your own. You gotta do your thing. Don't rely on the government for this and that. And a lot of people will disagree. And even I should disagree because I get a government grant for my MS medication. But, I mean, I would give that up if that meant that, people could, the average person could keep more of their money and they just got to pay for everything. We'd be far better off. Because when you have things like, the government's going to pay for this, say, healthcare, for example. You got free healthcare in Canada. So somebody still has to pay the doctor's salaries, the nurses, got to pay for the equipment and all that. Somebody has to pay for that. But we don't. So the government has to. Now, so when you have people say, okay, well, the government's going to be paying us, so we're going to charge an unbelievable amount because they have unlimited money. But if it was the other way, if that never happened, and if you wanted to go see a doctor, you had to pay. If you needed surgery, you had to pay. Do you think it would be $500,000 for a surgery? No, because no one would ever have surgery. They'd have to lower the price. It would have to become affordable, otherwise it's like a business. You can't overcharge for things because people won't buy it. Can't charge $500,000 for your typical car because people just won't buy it. You won't have a business. Yeah, our taxes are high in Canada, true crime. We pay 11% tax on everything, every single thing we buy. But some things like fuel, tobacco, alcohol, there's even more tax on that. It ends up being, like, depending on the product, it's like 40%. So we do pay the government back for our health care. But it's, yeah, like the whole system's broken. Like they charge the government makes us pay. And they're just a bloated middleman. Yeah, everyone go to Mexico to do everything. There's a squirrel. He's standing in the middle of the road. Oh, there he goes. Yeah, well, Canada isn't the only country with free healthcare. There are other countries that do, but I mean, our healthcare system is substandard. Like if you need to see a specialist, it takes forever. It's free. The only part about Canada that I really say is good is we have great surgeons. So if you need like open heart surgery, both my mom and my dad had brain tumors that they had to have operated on. And yeah, we have fantastic surgeons. But just your basic health care and getting to the point where you see a specialist is horrible in Canada. Politics ruins everything, yeah. Politics and religion are the two things that were cooked up to save humanity, but they are going to be the downfall of humanity. Kind of ironic. People would do more home remedies, yeah. Well, that's the other thing too. Lots of people will go to the hospital and waste time, waste money because they got a cold. Like we got signs all over our doctor's offices here saying there is no medication that can be prescribed. There's no antibiotics for colds. You can't. They don't do anything. And there's signs plastered all over the place, but people still keep going. And it's like, no, you just got a cold. There's no antibiotics I can give you. You're just going to have to tough it out. But that's another problem with society is we're like, I want my solution right now. I want my Amazon package, same day delivery. I want to get over this instantly. There's got to be a pill I can take or something. Rather than, yeah, I'm just going to feel like shit for a few days. When is Cher and Don doing another live? Hopefully soon. Yeah, they went a while where Don and Cher didn't talk. Like after he got out of jail. But he always comes back. Because there's so many people that he'll put his trust in and talk to, and they're just using him they'll take what he says and they'll spin it and make him look bad or whatever. Cher never does that. So he always ends up coming back to Cher because she treats him fair. Eat some garlic. There you go. But I like when Don's on Cher's because he's calm and he'll speak and he'll be receptive. But you see him on these other channels and he's just angry and they're just attacking each other and I mean, I guess it's entertaining, but it sure ain't my thing. I mean, for me, it's all about information. We want information. We want to figure out what happened. We want to find Summer. Hey, M9. So just yelling at each other and swearing at each other, calling each other names, it's not helpful. I mean, yeah, it's kind of funny sometimes, kind of entertaining at times, but it's not really helpful. Oh, did I hear the thing about Zav Girl? Yeah. I can't remember what case it was, but she put the autopsy photos up in her Patreon or something like that. That is not. I mean, for me, it's not the fact that she put it on Patreon. Like the fact that people are paying so I can put more risque stuff up or whatever. I get that. It's the fact that she put them up at all. Yeah. That should never have happened. Now, uh, there is a case that happened a while back, Christian Andriacchio. I had his autopsy photos, and they were uncensored. I would never put those online. And he was an adult. Like there are certain things you don't do. I mean, if it's a medical website or uh, a uh, forensic website or something like that, then yes, you can use pictures like that as examples or whatever. But this is a human being, and makes it even worse that it's a child. I mean, anybody who would put a picture of a dead child on the internet should not be on the internet. I mean, that's bottom line. That is sick. It's one thing, like you're interested in this case and you're trying, like we kind of fancy ourselves detectives. We're not really, but I mean, we want that information. We want to learn. We want to know. So if you are curious about that stuff, I don't have an issue. Like, I personally would not want to see those pictures. I mean, I know that Gannon was murdered. I don't need to know the extent of the damage that happened to him. I don't. I don't need to have that image in my mind. But there are some people who are curious about that, and it's not a morbid thing. It's not disgusting. It's just a legit curiosity about true crime, about murder, about that. I don't have anything against people who are like that. But you can't. I mean, to put that out, Patreon is still public. Just because it's behind a paywall, it's still public. Anybody can pay the $5 or whatever and view that. That is not okay. Yeah, I definitely don't. I don't condone what she did. I don't even know. I can't remember. I think there was one other person in the Christian Andriacchio case that was interested. They wanted to know because there was a big. The thing about Christian Andriacchio is, uh, it was ruled self harm, And there is some evidence to support that, but there's a lot of things that don't really add up. So a lot of people did want to get all of the information so they could, make their own informed decisions. So someone did ask me for the files, and I sent them to them. I can't remember who it was, but it was only one person. And like I said, something like that I would never put up in a public forum. It's just not. There are certain things that we can do and certain things that we shouldn't do. And putting up real pictures of deceased people, even on Patreon, that is not okay. It's not a medical website. It's not a gore website. Those are the only two websites that should have pictures like that. Oh, Natasha Cooper. I remember her. I can't remember what else she did, but she's not around anymore, I don't think. Yeah, and the fact that it's a child, that makes it so much worse. I don't know. I'm assuming she did remove it. I know she had tried to kind of offhand apologize and justify it. And I mean, she's right in her justification about some people have a genuine curiosity about the true crime, about all the nitty gritty, all the details. So, yeah, seeing that evidence would make sense, but it's not. It's not our. It's not okay for us to put stuff like that public or behind a paywall, however you want it. Like that. That doesn't make it okay. Patreon removed it. Good. I would think pretty much any website that you upload something like that to would remove it once they found out about it. There aren't many. Like I said, like medical websites, stuff like that, whatever police use to share their files online, stuff like that, yeah. But, and gore websites where I don't know how they work, if they purchase rights or whatever, but you're going on there expecting to see stuff like that. So people thought her apology wasn't sincere. I don't think it was either. I think she was more trying to justify it rather than say, "Shit, I screwed up. I thought people would want to have all the information. I was just doing a public service or whatever. But yeah, I realized it was wrong." That's not the vibe I got from her at all. The aliens will get her. Yeah. Jen, I think she was caught. I mean, I don't think, I personally don't think that she did that saying, "I know it's disgusting and everything, but a lot of these people are sick and they're going to pay to see the pictures for some sick gratification." I don't think that was her intent. I think her intent was sincere, but she didn't realize that it was the wrong thing to do. And then she tried to. Well, it's like, how often do people not admit that they're wrong, even when they know they're wrong? Like it's that's kind of the world we live in. People do try to walk things back and downplay, and yeah, yeah. I don't think, yeah, exactly. I don't think she really thought about it until after she got all that backlash. And she realized, oh shit, this is bad. What do I do? Try and kind of half justify and back it off. That's what she did. But can you imagine if it was your child and some stranger that you didn't know was putting their autopsy pictures up? Like, whew, I would lose my mind. Yeah. Not okay. But yeah, anyone who would put up a picture or a video of a dead child should not be on the internet. Period. That is not okay. Well, of course they were upset about it. Like, that would be horrible. And not only that, I mean, people who knew Gannon's parents, people who knew Gannon and Gannon's parents, maybe said, well, now that it's up there, I have to see it. Like, so it's just traumatizing all the family beyond belief. Like, oh, that's a problem with us YouTubers is we, under the umbrella of trying to do the right thing and find answers, we can do a shitload of damage to people. And we have to be mindful of that. It can't all... Yes, we want our channels to be successful. We want to grow. We want views and, all that stuff. The success. Because it's a lot of work. But, I mean, you can't put that before these other people. You just can't do that. It's not okay. And there are, there's quite a few people in the true crime world who have no problem doing that. They will absolutely destroy people's personal lives, and they don't care. In fact, they celebrate it. Like, getting people fired is something to be happy about. In what world is that okay? Explain that to me. Even if you think this person is horrible, a murderer, whatever, you think they are. You don't know. Where is it our right to ruin them personally, financially? That, oh my God. Of course, I'm talking about Don and the idiots on the ground celebrating that they got him kicked off job sites and oh my God, that's all that stuff that happened with BJ. Just outside their house, cops had to keep coming, and oh my God, protesters. Holy shit. Like, there's a whole whack of people there who should not be on the internet. Get that little idiot boy grabbing what the hell did he grab out of that woman's hand? Was it her phone? Or a megaphone? Fuck, I can't even remember. But yeah, you got people literally assaulting women on camera, and nothing happens to them. Like, is it? Whew. I wish I'd have been there. I wish Dolly would have done that shit if I was anywhere in that vicinity. I'd have pummeled that little shit like it was my job. Yeah, I was watching. I just could not believe it. Yeah. You don't treat women that way. You don't. I have a big problem with anybody who would any man that would treat a woman like that. So you best believe that would have gone very different if I'd have been there. I'd be in jail. For sure. All right, y'all. Well, it's been an hour. And this has been nice. I always enjoy these streams every time. And then the weekend comes around. It's like, oh, I want to get this done. I want to do that. Maybe I'll just do YouTube next weekend. I got to stop putting it off because I really do like these streams. I got to come back. I got to start putting out some videos too. So yeah, I got lots of work to do, and I was going to do that whole carpentry channel. That just never happened yet. I got all these plans, and I got to start following through with some of them. Not good. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to cut this off. And thank you so much for hanging. Thanks to all the members. Sonia, thanks for the super sticker. And yeah, it was great. Hope you guys had some fun, had a couple laughs, and we had some good discussion. I like that what age should a child be left alone at in the house thing. I've never thought about that before, but it was good. My voice is calming and soothing. That's the other thing, Mustang Mom. People thought I should read books on YouTube. I thought about doing that too, doing like voiceovers and whatever. Yeah, well, all kinds of stuff I could be doing on YouTube, and I'm just not. And that's got to change, because I actually, once I get on here and I get talking with you guys, I like it. I miss you guys. It's been a big part of my life for years, and to just stop it doesn't feel right. But all right. That's about as emotional as I'm going to get. Love you guys, and take care. God bless. Have a great rest of your long weekend. And we shall catch you on the next, narrate videos. Yeah, exactly. See, I can't get myself off. I should not have said that. I can't get myself to leave. Yeesh. Okay. Bye. Love you guys.